Hi everybody, it's Jason and I'm here with Rachael and we're part of the giraffe care team here at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, and we're coming to you today to give you an update on MsiTuesday. This is not Msitu. We'll talk about this big guy in just a second, but Msitu hasn't quite had her calf yet, and so we're still waiting on that. For you guys who may be following us or haven't quite joined the following just yet, we'll give you a quick update on her. This will be Msitu's third calf. So she had Emmy in 2013 and Ray in 2017. Ray's still here at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo with our herd, one of 15 giraffe that we have here at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. And then what we've also been doing with Msitu in her impending birth is asking all of you guys to put in your guests to win an amazing behind the scenes tour with our giraffe herd and team here at the zoo. So I'm just going to grab our board real quick here. If you guys have been following my guesses, and hopefully you have not because I haven't been successful yet, we are now into July and I have missed 2 guesses. So my new guess is now the 7th. April and Amy are right here on today, so we'll see if Msitu does have her calf still today. They're still in the running. And of course, Bob, our president, has July 4th, which would be a great celebration day for us as well as the 4th of July. So we'll see what happens with that. But you guys can put in your guesses at CMZoo.org/guess, and you just need to do that within 48 hours of her actually giving birth to be in the running for that fantastic prize opportunity. And now we also wanted to introduce Khalid, who is soon to be daddy giraffe here with Msitu.
So we wanted to introduce you guys, a lot of you know him already, but to Khalid because we're super excited about mom to be Msitu, but we want to meet daddy as well. So this is Big Daddy, we call him that quite a bit, but his name's Khalid. He is our intact bull. He is our also largest giraffe. He's almost 20 feet tall. He's super impressive. You can tell he's pretty big standing next to us. This will be, like Jason said, his 5th calf, so we're super excited for him. We're going to show he's interested in something over there. We're going to show you guys some of the cool cooperative husbandry behaviors we do with him. So Khalid has been here since 2010, so he's been here most of his life. And when he came in, he had a kink in his neck. It was just a muscular problem. So we were able to address that in a couple different ways. So we addressed it through medical means and then also through behavioral training means. And so we were able to do some stuff with our vet staff like laser therapy and some chiropractic care, which I'll talk about in just a minute. And then we were also able to train some behaviors that substantially help him. It's similar to us doing physical therapy. If we have an injury to one of our muscles, a muscle strain, something like that, we jokingly call it our giraffe yoga. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like right now. Stretch. So basically, we just ask him to stretch his neck all the way to his behind on both sides of his body. He'll bring his tail around and touch his head with his tail, which is just really cute. He doesn't have to do that, but he always does. We want to get that full range of motion on both sides. It really helps stretch out those muscles. We do this type of training at least once a day with him. We'll see if he wants to do the other side. Bend. So we just ask him to hold that stretch for anywhere from a couple of seconds to 20. He'll do up to that amount of time, which is really great. We'll do that multiple times on each side. So it's really helped out a lot with his neck movement. Obviously, looking at him now, you can't really tell he has any issues at all. So it's been really, really beneficial to his health. You'll hear when I am training that this little click sound, and it's this right here. It's what's called a clicker. Super creative name, I know. It's an event marker, or what we call a bridge as well. So that just tells him he's gonna get goodies. He's getting some grain right now. He really loves that. Some grain and some crackers. And it also tells him that he did the behavior correctly. So when we're training, we want to find really effective ways of communicating with the animal, and using a bridge or a clicker is one of those ways. It works really well in communicating with them. So that's one of the things that we do to address his neck issues, which he doesn't really have. We just maintain, that behavior to keep his neck from, having problems in the future, those problems getting worse. We also do chiropractic care. The way we do that is we have an equine chiropractor come in. We asked Khalid to go into a special place in our barn that we call the chute. And it's an area where we can be elevated up near his neck and his back and access those areas of his body because he's super huge. We can't do it from the ground. And then he will allow a chiropractor to actually do chiropractic work, adjustments, from the back of his neck, or the back of his neck, the back of his head, all the way down his neck to like the withers, his shoulder area. He'll let us go to the base of his tail. We don't typically need to go there, but he'll let us, let the chiropractor and us when we're practicing make those adjustments all the way down. So that's made a huge difference, and I think he's going to have a visit from a chiropractor here in a couple of weeks. So we joke and say Khalid is super spoiled because he obviously is. He has his own personal chiropractor. But it's really cool to talk about his story and hear a lot of the ways that we address something like that with a giraffe, which is really huge. Another really cool thing that's going on with Khalid right now is a lot of you may have seen him in a different area than he normally is. So most of the time he chooses to be out in this this north yard. It's the north side of the building, that's why we call it that. It's kind of like his man cave space. It's where he typically wants to be, away from the rest of the herd. In the wild, you won't see an intact male hanging out in a herd typically. So that's what we choose to mimic here. It's also what he wants. We always want to listen to what our animals want and let them make those choices. But it would be really awesome if we could get him near that large yard where the herd spends a lot of time, so that he can choose to have a different space. And over the years, since 2010, we've invited him to be out in that area, done training to try to build his confidence, but he hasn't wanted to go out into the main yard where you see the other giraffes, or what we call the south side yard, which is the yard that leads into that bigger space. But just this week, we've been able to have him go out there, and he's chosen to go out there. A way that we think we achieved that is that over the last month or so, him and Bailey have been building a really close relationship. They're becoming super good buddies. And so we actually put him out there with her, so he kind of followed her out into that space, and that helped him be confident enough to walk out into that area. So he's done that several days in a row now, which is really, really exciting. And so we hope to expand upon that in the future. And what that would mean is Khalid would just have even more spaces he can choose to be in than he chooses to be in right now. So we're really excited about that. We like to be able to move our animals into lots of different areas and let them make a lot of different choices. It just helps with their welfare and enrichment purposes as well. So it's really, really exciting. You'll probably, hopefully, see him out there more in the future. So we're really excited about that. Cool things happening for Khalid. We're really excited also for his 5th calf to be born here. Jason's going to tell you guys a little bit more about what we're going to see with Msitu that might tell us that a baby is imminent.
Yeah, so for Msitu and all of you guys following Msitu through her pregnancy and impending birth, we made it a little bit easier for you guys to be able to identify Msitu. So her front hooves are actually painted pink now. So she's out with our herd today. And so for those of you that visit the zoo and you might not be able to recognize her just by her spots or her face, there's definitely an easy way to look for those pink hooves. So that'll help you guys kind of find her when she's out with that big herd. And then just like you guys following along, hopefully, with her pregnancy and birth that's coming soon, we are also looking for some signs from her physically. So things like holding her tail out, her vulva getting really swollen. We've seen her udder actually get a little bit more enlarged over the last week and a half. These are all great signs that we're watching for that are telling us that it's definitely getting close. So if you guys would like to follow along with that, you can certainly see her at our zoo if you're able to come visit. If not, you can follow her on our birth cam. So at cmzoo.org/birthcam. You can definitely follow that all throughout the night, just like we are doing as well. So we're hopeful that it's coming really soon. She'll be at about 15 months. On July 4th, so that could be a really big day for her, or it could be today. We're not quite sure yet,
it's gonna be
but
today.
It's definitely coming really soon. We hope you guys enjoyed meeting Khalid, the daddy-to-be as well today, and watching that great training and relationship that he has with Rachael there. It's really cool to see these keepers work with the giraffe and all the animals here at the zoo to help them participate in their daily care. And so that's super fun. And he's definitely enjoying all those snacks that he's getting while he's hanging out with us. So continue to follow Msitu on the birth cam and here at the zoo. And we look forward to updating you guys in about a week or maybe sooner. We're not sure. But thanks again, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.